Hi, Rob Sagata here again. You know, to have new ideas brought to the forefront of our tables being part of our lives, which get new ideas, are spiritual, or psychological, or philosophical tables. This is what keeps us growing in the mind and in the heart. New experiences, new ideas. One very important thing is, excuse me, I got a little horse, frog in my throat. Not a horse in my throat. I have a horse throat, or a frog in my throat. I'm not sure which animal's in my throat. If you hear me croak, then there's a frog in my throat. If you hear me go, it means there's a horse in my throat. So, basically, now is the time for all good people of all good heart to come to the forefront of our personal tables, share with each other in humility, knowing that we're very gentle, very fragile human beings. No need for protesting, starting fires. If one person believes in number theory and the other person thinks that, excuse me, the phone is doing its thing, secular group theory, there's no reason to, start a civil war and kill the mathematicians of that mindset, or kill the pre-quantumies, or the no reason to go to war against the wave equationists. We're all the same species. We're all the same organism, And what is a shame is the tremendous amount of waste in time, money, education, and ability to do something in time, in action, in vivo, right now, to really make a better situation for any situation that a person may be involved in, whether it be a medical issue, a financial issue, a psychological issue. We've all had them, right, from time to time. Raise your hands. Any of us been crazy in the past or the future? So now it's time that we now are not growing in. We've grown a lot in technology and knowledge of mathematics and physics and chemistry. Yeah, we've grown a lot over the last 10,000 years. We made some big advances back in 5000 BC, and then others around the time of Richard the Lionhearted. Then we made a few discoveries in chemistry and medicine, made a few more as late as the 1700s, and sort of like calmed down for a while, and we made a few medical advances in the 1800s. It's been pretty quiet since, not much going on. But now it's time that we're united as a species, and we've grown in heart, not mind, but in heart, for the betterment of the species, Homo sapiens. Even some of you Homo habilis and Peking men and some of you Neanderthal men there, you're also welcome on board. We're not just that proud that we say only Homo sapiens allowed. Yeah, come join the club, and we'll throw you a bone. That's just a little bit of genetic joking. You can quote me on that. So we're at a point where just being a humble human being, this is the wisdom, and this is where the discovery will be made. We're going to be on a new type of attitude, a natural type of attitude, which is basically our attitude. If you remember, as children, We were basically very humble, just excited to see new events. You know, we didn't worry about stature or structure or anything. We were just excited to see new things. You know? And this is how we are again, to accept revelation and new ideas like a young child, the joy of discovery. This is how we see the great kingdoms of the world, of the mind and of the heart. The kingdom which is prepared for us from the beginning of the world through an honest, humble heart. Just being naturally humble, not fake humble, just that your heart would jump when it sees something new and wonderful. And you would just go to the right place at the table to receive this, not go to the throne of honor, but go to a humble spot where you could be promoted upward. There's a man 2,000 years ago who said that. He died on a cross. Basically, be humble, and if you should be exalted, there'll be someone there to exalt you with your honor, that others may notice and applaud in a loving way your elevation to higher responsibility. And this is the beauty of this group we're doing now. We're going to be doing more good in 1 year than has been done in the entire history of mankind, through all the civilizations: the Greek civilization, Persian Empire, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, the American Empire, the Roman Empire, the British Empire, the empires of the Maharashis, the Empire of Genghis Khan, the Empire of Kublai Khan in his royal treasure dome decreed, and the empires of the rising sun and the empire of the broken bun. You know, we'll be doing more with humility, because now we're working as an organism, as a species and an organism. Like I said before, the analogy like the bees, the worker bees and the worker ants and the drones taking care of the queen bee. You know, bzz, bzz, bzz. Let's protect the queen bee, please. Gotta get some new bees here. She's doing all the sex stuff, and she's making new little baby bees. Gotta protect her. No, but I wanna go on vacation. No. For the good of the queen bee. You stay here, little bee-boy. Bee-boy, you stay here. So some of us are gonna be the president of this corporation and of this network that we're doing here on one day, and then somebody else will take over. He'll take care of the reins for a while. And then the other guy may be scrubbing the toilet for a week, and then suddenly he's promoted up to taking direction in the course that everybody on the network wants the network to proceed. And we're going to be growing as a family. So bring everything to the table. Don't be insular. Say, oh, I can only hang out with these people. You're a human being. When you were born, you weren't born with a college degree here and a badge and stuff. You are you. You are your own identity. You are your own identity. You don't have to announce anything as being part of you. You are always you. Isn't that more comfortable? To just be casual among your friends? Isn't this way we learn new things and share wonderful experiences? Not by fighting each other? Like if you remember like Star Trek? Back in the old days, Star Trek? I never could figure out how the Klingons ever developed any kind of technology compared to the Starfleet, you know? I mean, they were always fighting. All the scientists were killing themselves. Can you see this in the experimental lab room? A Klingon getting mad at one of his co-workers, smashing billions of dollars of testing equipment and killing scientists, you know, with his Klingon ancient sword. How'd they ever get to, you know, create the warp drive, you know? We'll be able to do it because we're humble. We'll get warp drive. Don't worry. It's just like 3 days away, you know? So get on board, and you know, there'll be plenty of food for everybody. There'll be plenty of good times for everybody. But we have a chance now of saving millions of people's lives. Nobody has to fall through the holes. I'll show you how to do it. Join me. Rob Sagato's the name. Being a good buddy is my game. You can quote me on that. Okay. Oh, I see. I got more recording time. But at 10 minutes, I think you've had enough of me. Okay, I'll see you later. Love you. And thank you very much, Jesus. Thank you, God.